Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now. Hello, welcome to this new episode of HumanityWins.net. And we have a viewer of the show, Mayowa from Nigeria. This is part of what I've been calling the Africa You're on the Show program that I shared, that I'm inviting all African guests to join me on the show, tell me a little bit about their country, about their city, about interesting facts about their Africa experience. And I'm going to send, as I shared, a little money as energy, just a really symbolic amount, trying to send a little bit of light to Africa, which I feel we sometimes forget a little bit about it. So our guest today is Mayowa from Nigeria. Hello, Mayowa. Thank you for being here. Thank you for reaching out. And
my pleasure.
If you can share a little bit about us from the emails we have been sharing. You told me you were screenwriter. Am I right? Or
I'm a filmmaker.
Filmmaker. Sorry about that. Filmmaker. And so tell us a little bit about your story, about the place you live in Nigeria. You told me it's a little bit far from Lagos, the capital. Are you by the coast or are you in the mountains? So if you want to share a little bit about your story, thank you.
Okay, sure. My name is Mayowa, and I'm 20 years old. The light just went off.
No worries.
It's okay.
Did the electricity
Is it
fail?
okay? Yeah, it just went off right now.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. If you want to go inside, we saw a little bit of the background. So yeah, go inside.
Okay. Okay, sure.
Okay.
So, my name is Mayowa, and I'm a filmmaker, and I'm also an artist. I make 3D artwork, and I'm 20 years old from Nigeria. I actually stay in Kogi State, Lokoja, with my parents, but right now I'm in school. I'm around my school, so I'm staying in my apartment that's close to my school. So I started filmmaking when I was 13. Yeah, so I actually make films with like things I can find around me with my friends. Then we use smartphone for our filmmaking and other stuff. Then from there we had a YouTube channel. We do make short films and upload on the YouTube channel. But for like since we entered the university, we all separated, and like we've not been doing films for like a while now, but we are planning to get back together soon. But I've also been making 3D art, selling my art as NFTs. I don't know if you know about that. So I sell my art as NFTs, and that's how I've been making money. Yeah, that's how I've been making money in school, and doing other things for myself, and I'm earning a little money from that. Yeah, that's just a little bit about me.
Well, first of all, congratulations, Mayowa, because 20 years old, unfortunately right now, young people, seems they're all about partying, all about, not working. They call it the millennial thing, that they're into, watching Netflix all the time and playing video games. So I commend you, because you're going to school and you are finding ways to get the money you need for your education and improvement in doing these NFTs. You're sharing this art as NFTs, which is very controversial. NFTs, some people believe if some people believe crypto is worthless, or it's just a file, a computer file. Some people also think NFTs are kind of a scam. I'm just saying what they believe. I'm not necessarily attached to that. I know little about NFTs.
I understand.
I know a little bit more about cryptos. But in a way, I see it like someone having a channel. And by the way, please share your your YouTube channel by email, so I can include it on the show notes. And people, if they're interested, they can go and watch your work. I'm going to include it on this episode's show notes. It's basically like influencers and all that. It's very controversial because some people don't see it as work. I do see it as work because they are creating content. They are creating something, entertainment. It's interesting for the ones that do documentaries and that. In my personal thing, I elected not to monetize at all my channel, not to ask for donation. It's just my thing, because for me the idea is different. But I certainly respect and understand the ones that monetize their channels. They get from the revenue from the publicity or revenue from the ads. Right now, Twitter is sharing, if you're a big guy in Twitter, a big creator in Twitter is sharing the ad revenue with the creators, which I think is an excellent idea because it's like Facebook and that. I mean, you create all the content and the platform gets all the money. How does that work? Right? It's like artists doing movies and that for free, and the studio getting all this. So for me, it's good that there's this revenue sharing with creators such as you. And if you don't mind, Mayowa, if you can share with us a little bit how are things in your part of Nigeria? Is that I heard Nigeria is growing very fast, quite big. In the studies they do in 50 years, how the world is going to be. I see a lot of African countries, their economies are going to be like 10, 20, 50 times bigger. And the mainstream countries, the mainstream European, American, and that countries, they're basically going to be the same. And some countries like Italy are actually going to go like half the size. So the future is in Africa. That's what I want to share. So if you want to tell us a little bit about Nigeria, your part of Nigeria and that. Thank you.
Okay. I think for some years now, Nigeria has been doing well, and they have been showing up in the worldwide scene internationally in every single career path, like music. The economy has been doing well also. The film industry has been doing well also. And the economy in Nigeria was like bad. Like we just had a new president in Nigeria. But the last one we had was like really bad. Things were not going well. The economy was so bad. But from the new president, we've not seen a lot of change in Nigeria yet. But he just came in new, so we don't know if there's going to be a change. But for like I think where Nigerians have made a lot of progress is in the entertainment industry. Yeah, they've made a lot of progress on that. Yeah, films are doing well, and also their music industry is going worldwide. And yeah, that's Afrobeat is going worldwide, and I think they are very proud of that. But for the economy in Nigeria, it's actually not balanced. We don't know where it's going yet. But for now, it's on a down path. It's on the down path. Things are not really going well. So you have to look for one or two things to do for yourself. Most people in Nigeria make money online because there are no jobs, like there are no job opportunities in Nigeria. So you have to go online, look for something to do to get money. YouTube, e-commerce, selling your art like I do, selling my art as NFTs. So yeah, most of the opportunities are just online opportunities we get to earn money. There are no much job opportunities in Nigeria, but hopefully we hope in the future it's better. Yeah, with the new president in Nigeria.
Yes, and I remember as you were saying that, it was coming to my mind memory of an old friend, Nobi, from Senegal. Okay, I used to work with him in the UK. His family and he emigrated from Senegal to the UK. He was born in Senegal. And he was telling me the thing with Africa is we get all these new presidents or saviors, or the ones, for example, there are a lot of fighting going on. We know it. We from here we know, and we have seen in documentaries and movies all this fighting. I remember a movie a lot, Blood Demon, that they show how this rage for the demons in Africa. I don't recall exactly the country they are referring to there, and all this fighting going on, and all these freedom fighters that they come as saviors of the people. That when they get in power, as you were saying, Nobi was telling me, they're actually worse than the ones they liberated us from sometimes. So it was actually, the economy will get worse, the violence will get worse. And also a very well-known story of the president of Uganda, that is the movie, the last, I don't remember, but something on Scotland. It's a very well-known story. I forgot just the name here live. I don't have that recorded. But that the same. He was someone from the people. He was part of the army. He liberated Uganda from another president. He was worse. He killed thousands of people, and he was in power for 20, 30 years. So we have seen, unfortunately, story. I think Africa is getting better at that because at least people right now understand when they are being sold this idea that, hey, we're going to liberate you. They take it with a grain of salt, saying we have seen this movie before. We know better. That's as far as that. And as far as going online is a very good use of the internet, I think, because right now, I've used it. I've used people from India and some people from China and different parts, for example, to develop things online. I'm talking coding or you develop like an app or something like that.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think it will be great, for example, Africa. I don't know why I don't hear a lot about Africa with coders. I mean, you're doing NFTs, but I'm talking about people developing apps and that, because that is something very, very attractive for external companies that they want that talent in Africa. And yes, it could be done online. And yes, usually payment is by metrics or by achievements. Okay,
Yeah.
so you deliver a part of the app, you get payment on that. So there's no controversy on, you know, if the work was done or not, which is sometimes a problem with remote things, even with what is called right now home office all around the world, that you wonder, are people working or not? Okay, so that's why it's better to do it through achievements or through metrics, as far as saying, hey, you do this, you get paid. Okay, if you don't do it, then you don't get paid. So that's great, Mayowa. It's so nice to see a young man like you that could have gone other ways in crime.
Thank you.
And ways like that, to see a young man studying, improving, and using the resources available to him, like the internet, to try to thrive, like we are all doing. What I always say with Africa and the intention of this program, you're the second person that has appeared. We had Lomoro from Kenya like a couple of weeks ago. The intention is actually this, like to be a showcase, okay? That there's real people there. Because unfortunately, I see in the Western world as a general, I'm not going to say the United States or Canada or Germany or the Western world, Australia, Japan, the ones that, honestly, I mean, I live in Mexico most of my life. I'm originally from Italy, and I had a very good life. I cannot complain. And when I see people that they complain because they don't have electricity, they complain because prices are going up, they complain. Do you know that there are people that today they don't know if they're going to eat or not? That's true complaining. I can understand that complaint. I can understand not having running water forever. Not that, oh, I didn't have water for a few hours and they're complaining and complaining and complaining. It's because they don't know better. And I think the way out of this world is to understand that we are all brothers and sisters. You and I are brothers, okay? We come from the same creator. That's given. All religions accept that there's only one creator. So we're all brothers. So why are we fighting? Why are we being divided? Why do we judge each other? Why do we think this person is from this country, the United States or Germany, it has to be a great person? Not necessarily. And this person is from Somalia, so it has to be a bad person. It has to be a pirate. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. There are bad and good people all over the world, okay? And that's the intention, to show real people like you to our viewers and have a decent conversation. And you know, that's the intention of the show. So I thank you.
Thank you so much.
If there's something interesting you can share about Nigeria, I mean, I know a few people for work from Nigeria. There was a moment I was a consultant in the energy industry, so I met some people from Shell Nigeria. There's big petroleum oil plants out there in Nigeria to extract oil. So I met people like you from Nigeria a long time ago. And I remember they told me some interesting stories about Nigeria. If you like sharing, I know, things like what you guys have to, I mean, that your regular things for eating or anything you might find interesting for our viewers.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. In Nigeria, actually, there are a lot of fun in Nigeria. Because like there are a lot of places to visit. There are reserve. Like a lot of fun places to go to. Like Lagos. Lagos is like the how do I put it? Like where people go to, like just like a place people go to also and make money. So that's how Lagos is. When you go to Lagos, there's a lot of like it's a combination of every tribe.
Okay.
You understand, like every tribe in Lagos. So like there are a lot of people hustling there. The entertainment scene is going on there. A lot of businesses, and also in tech, there are a lot of people who own like tech companies, softwares and all of that. And for the food, I think different tribes in Nigeria have like the specific food they eat. In Nigeria, Yoruba, so we have our food. We have our own special meals, and also there's the Igbo tribe, there's the Hausa tribe, so different tribe with their kind of food. Yeah, so yeah, that's it basically. We have different tribe with their kind of foods and culture. Yeah, and their culture. So
And
yeah.
is a couple of things there. Lagos, the capital, is it quite big, like other capitals, or about 5 million, 10 million people? Do you
Um,
know?
Lagos is not actually the capital currently. Lagos was the former capital of
Oh, it's
Nigeria,
not the capital. I'm sorry,
but
I'm
yeah,
misinformed.
yeah. The capital of Nigeria is Abuja. Yeah, that's the
Okay.
capital. Abuja is the capital of Nigeria, but Lagos was the former capital of Nigeria. That was like 10 years ago, I think. But yeah,
I didn't
Lagos
know
is
that. Sorry
like
about that.
where things go on, like everything happens in Lagos. Yeah, just like a place of freedom. Yeah, a lot of people go there to make it. Yeah, a lot of people go there to make it.
Yes, it's understandable that migration from the rural, so yes, rural areas, the not so populated areas, to the concentrated areas because there are more opportunities economically wise. Okay, I
Yeah,
always insist if you have the chance, for example, if you work online, why go to Lagos? Or stay in the rural areas because they're much nicer. You're much more in connection with nature. It's so much better. Okay, it's not that too many people together is bad. It's just in urban areas, we get away from nature. There are a lot of stressors, unnecessary traffic, a lot of EMF,
yeah.
energy that is concentrated there. That is a little bit more easier to handle in the rural areas.
I think
Yes, go ahead.
yeah, I think it's just like a mentality Nigerians have. I think most Nigerians follow crowd. Okay, people say Lagos is the place of opportunity, so we just have to go there to make it big. But meanwhile, you can be in your house wherever you are and make it and be rich and make it in life and get opportunities anywhere you want. But yeah, most Nigerians just have the mentality that Lagos is a place for opportunity. So they believe when they go there, they go there to also, and you might make it when you go there. So yeah,
Yes, as I share, of course, in a place that is there's more population, there are more opportunities, there are more possible clients, there are more possible jobs. So it's understandable. That happens everywhere. And I live in a big city, by the way. I live in a big city because yes, this is where my family is and that. And but I always had this thing of you're better off in smaller places, okay, with this smaller community environment, uh, less crime, less stress. So that. And about the foods is very interesting. Yes, I will
yeah,
assume that there are a lot of tribes, different tribes in Nigeria. And I don't know,
yeah,
there's a little bit misconceptions about African food because some feel, it's something they want to stay away from. And for me, I've tasted a few ethnic African foods and they're very, very tasty and different. And I think food is the way we also relate to each other. Okay. So for example, you go to
yeah,
Italy and of course pizza, pasta, and all that. Then you go to Mexico and tacos and beef. And so in a way to have
yeah,
these particular
yeah,
dishes
yeah.
is like something special of the country. Okay. So we're about almost done in time, Mayowa. So if there's anything in closing you might like to add and of course, share with me all your links to your YouTube channel and all
Yeah,
that so other people can find your work. Okay.
sure. Okay. Um, I would say I would share you some of my links to my YouTube short films I've worked on, and yeah, personally, I'm hoping in the future I will be able to like make it big and move into the Hollywood scene and try to work more on my filmmaking skills. When I'm not actually studying filmmaking in the university now, but I hope when I'm done I can maybe go to a film school and learn more about that. And yeah, I just actually want to take the Nigerian film industry into Hollywood because there are a lot of stories, a lot of Nigerian stories told by like the Americans in Hollywood tell, but they don't like bring in Nigerian actors. They don't involve Nigerians in it, and I think that's really bad. And but I would love in the future if I'm able to like change that and I'm able to impact people with the kind of films I make. But yeah, most of the short films I worked on that on my YouTube channel are mostly sci-fi short films me and my friends were passionate about and we just made together. They are a bit rough, but yeah, we just had passion and we just felt like we are doing something really passionate and we put in our time. Yeah, so I am to like every young people out there, you shouldn't just sit down um and just depend on your parents. Your parents are trying, but you have to like work hard for yourself to like start working towards your future. And yeah, so every young
Well,
one out there should look for something doing.
yes, yes, of course.
Yeah,
You need to have a passion, Mayowa. You're right, and you need to set goals. That's all perfect. About the Hollywood scene, I think it's not specific to Nigeria. Okay, they don't attach with outsiders. I see
yeah,
it from Mexico. Mexico is right by the United States, and Mexican actors have a very hard time to break the Hollywood scene. They
yeah,
claim that the accent, they claim that whatever. It's a very closed industry.
yeah,
But you don't need Hollywood to make it. Okay, there's the thing is right now things are opening up that people. I mean, I've seen a couple of Nigerian movies in Netflix, and very decent, interesting stories.
yeah.
I remember one. I think it was a mainstream production of. Now that you mentioned Abu Jabe, that the airplane went down or something like that, and it was like 10
Oh,
years ago. Flight to Abu Jabe or something like that, or Flight from
yeah,
Abu
yeah,
Jabe,
yeah.
something
I
like that.
knew that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that was a good one. So I think if you just keep trying, you just keep improving your skills, and there are many stories. I mean, I was just reading the story a few days ago of the Blair Witch Project movie, which was such a small production, which was bought by a bigger studio, but the intention you could do this with a camera. Just if you have a good story,
yeah,
you can do without sci-fi effects and all that, without special effects,
yeah,
and you can
yeah.
make up for that with good ideas, with creative ideas, with good acting.
Sure.
So for sure, maybe when you become a famous director, we're gonna go back to
Yeah,
this video and say, hey, we had him
yeah, yeah.
on the show a few years ago. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mayowa. Thank you. That was great. Please share.
Thank you so much.
We are pre-recording this. I have a lot of inventory of videos right now. So this is coming all the
Yeah,
way in August, okay? But I'll remember you when it's coming out. I'll send you an email with the link. And
yeah, sure.
please share it with your friends. And I would love to have. I'm trying to be a little bit diverse. So I already had Lomoro from Kenya. I had you from Nigeria. So maybe you have friends from
Yeah,
other parts of Africa. I would
sure.
love
I'll share.
to have them on the show. Okay. Thank you, Mayowa. Anything in
I'll share.
closing?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayowa. For everyone,
It's an
yes,
honor to be on your show. It's actually my first interview and Zoom call. Yeah, thank you so much.
thank you, Mayowa. For everyone watching, please stay for the last 3 minutes of the show. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time, through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.